Friends, good morning. In recent past, after Delhi elections and our experience with various political parties, we had put forward two views. First was relating to the current political state, and second one was why good human beings are required. On the first one, the question asked was about corporatocracy, which we have clarified in second. And the second the question asked is what is good, what is God, and why good people. Friends, today's our discussion is related to God, good people, and survival of mankind. For quite some time, in fact, ever since the corona particularly, and thereafter the wars which have been raging all around, many important things have emerged. First, if you go back into history, there are invaders from all sides. They came from north of India, west of India, and west of India, all sides. What happened to the history during the Mughal period, during the British period, before and after is in front of us. We don't have to discuss that. But important point is those who came were outsiders and their goal was to come and rule over the simple, nature-loving, happy people who wanted to have a happy existence. Going to the other side, how did America come into existence? Some people from various parts of Europe went by ships and killed poor Red Indians to establish their own kingdom. And this is equally true of Australia and many other places, but those are past. Coming to the current, one great leader and the like him, from one from US and others from Europe and other places, they started what is today going on, the war between Ukraine and Russia. What is the status today? Everybody is talking of peace, but inner goal is to take over the natural resources of that land and make it a economic slave. Now question comes, the war is going on, one by proxy and one by really, but the effect is on the simple, peace-loving human beings and others who were born in that place. We are not talking of Ukraine, we are not talking of Russia, we are not talking of Greenland, we are not talking of Iceland, we are not talking of Finland, we are not talking of Europe or USA or Middle East. What we are talking is of human being, a simple, honest, hard-working human being who wants to have a happy existence and live. They are everywhere, in every country. Those who went and invaded others, in those countries also there were people of this type. And those who were enslaved, there were people of that type there also. Question comes, who created this world? Who created this universe? Who created this creation? Human beings? No. The power that created this creation, this universe, this earth, and this world is known as God. Generator, organizer, destroyer in English terminology, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in Indian terminology. Paramatma, God, Allah, they are names given to from various languages and people all around. The fact is, even the scientists who bestowed this world with nuclear blasts and space blasts and whatnot acknowledged existence of a power beyond superpower. What name you give? The first thing we need to understand, God, good, and survival are words coined by human beings in different languages. We are talking in English language, other languages, Hindi, Arabic, etc., all have words similar to those. God was the one who was supposed to be almighty super creator of this universe or the creation and the earth. What you call, what you name you give, that's the second part. Second was concept of good and evil. It is also given by human beings. What is good? For example, take the case of two very diverse human beings. One is the compassionate lover of mankind, and second is the destroyer of mankind. Both have their followers, and for them, creation is good, and for the other one, destruction is good. This good and evil word are coined to express what is good and what is not good to someone who is using these words or understand this word. But beyond these words, there is something which is called good. Means what? If somebody cares for the nature, somebody cares for the livings, somebody cares for the destitutes, for the suffering, for poor, weak, downtrodden, is considered good. Maybe there are people within that also who don't consider it good, but the fact is, this is how it is. The one who is compassionate about others, does not do something which harms others, is considered good. We are not saying any other, neither it is religion, nor it is caste, nor it is community, nor it is skin, nor it is race. It is a simple human being or a living being who cares for others and feels others' pain, suffering, etc. is considered good. Now comes survival. What is survival? Survival for matter is continue as long. Survival for the livings has a different meaning altogether. Survival for livings means they are able to live, they are able to breathe, they are able to eat, they are able to enjoy themselves, they can live a happy life. This survival applies to human beings, applies to animals and all other livings. But we are talking of human beings. Therefore, what we are talking, the three terms, the God, the good and the survival with reference to mankind. Now suddenly there is a breed of people who is not caste oriented, religion oriented, community oriented, but tech oriented, technology oriented. They think everything can be done by technology. Whether it is electronics, whether it is IT, whether it is mechanical, metallurgical, civil, and all other branches of knowledge. They think it can be done by that. But basic question when asked, who created this knowledge? Who created those who talk of knowledge? There is no answer. They say it is absurd. Your cognitive level is low. You understand, please? I mean, what a great thinking. That those who ask questions about reality, their cognitive capability is considered lower than those who can throw atom bombs, who can throw nuclear bombs, who can make people fight with each other, who can destroy mankind or try to destroy mankind by creating evil activities like epidemics and the wars and whatnot. They are considered good. Is that the way survival can so be? It cannot be. Therefore, what we are asking is that every age Mankind is not born today. Modern world thinks that mankind is born today. Sorry, it is not. Creation, even as per science, started some 14 billion years back. Within this, the human being, this earth, human being appeared million of years earlier. Even in the last few million years, when life appeared and grew, the mankind has been there for more than thousands and thousands of years. If so, can we take only the few decades or current decade as the yardstick of existence? This is where the question comes. Ever since human beings came on the scene of the creation, particularly on earth, they have evolved. They earlier used stone, then they used metal, and then they made bows and arrows, and then they made guns, and then they made missiles, and then they made nuclear bombs, and now next they may be something else altogether. Okay? This is how science has grown. Those who used stone were not non-scientific. They also applied their cognitive capabilities to design how to use those tools. And today's one who is using artificial intelligence is also using the cognitive capability to make people do something else. The fact is, science has been evolving. Science has been evolving, so have human beings have been evolving, but science is not the only one. There are other branches of knowledge. History, geography, art, culture, and of course, the metaphysics or metascience or philosophy. They are also branches of knowledge. They also contribute to the growth of understanding of the nature around us and people around us. Today, the problem is coming. Some think those who understood few words of artificial intelligence or electronics, that they think they are the ones who know. Right? Every day, new models of UAVs known as drones are being evolved, even by those who consider themselves by masters. And each other is being checked by the other one by another new development. If science is still evolving, the fear of survival, the talk of good or bad, or talk of God cannot be considered totally unscientific. That's the issue at this moment. First, we request all those who think themselves they are the superhuman beings, they have the brilliant brains and everybody else is a dumb fellow, to understand dumb and super being are not created by human beings. They are created by something else altogether, called by whatever name, but some call it by the name God. What is the harm? What is your objection in accepting God if something which is superior or beyond human understanding or beyond human power or more capable is termed as God by some human beings who were considered the brilliant brains of their time? They were considered the real thinkers and enlightened people of that time. First part. Second is, good and evil are also word created by human being. But events and impact of events, whether they make people laugh or cry, is reality. Words are different. What word you use to express the one who feels happy and laughs, or the one who cries and runs away to escape, what word you use to express their state of existence is different. It is for you. But normal human beings understand first as good and second as bad. What is the harm? You may use any name, but the events don't change. The impact of events don't change. So what terminology you use, good or evil, it is for those who consider themselves very brilliant. Please do that. Survival. Friends the best of the brains in the world succumb to what is called death. They left this world and gone. Right? Those who are born have to face nature, vagaries of nature and good part of nature, live with it. But when nature is not very good, in that sense, nature is creating hurdles, it threatens survival. And those working towards that are working for survival. So what is the harm? How those with the super cognitive capabilities consider others as the less capable cognitive people just because their words, they have the words to use